All right, so a few months ago, Bert Kreischer had Ari Shafir on his podcast, and during it, Bert was talking a lot about how he's starting to feel like he's being too performative all the time since he makes content out of pretty much everything he does. But he said it was getting to be too much for him because whenever he would do something or something would happen in his life, he'd immediately think, I need to post about it, or I hope somebody's recording this.
I felt everything was performative. Everything was performative. Yeah. And the other day at the 5K, a girl blew out her knee and she hit her head pretty hard.
And you were like, turn the cameras on, let's help her.
No, but I went to sit with her to hold her hand, and I had a voice in my head go, I wonder if anyone's filming this. And I went, what the fuck?
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, what's wrong with me? Like, where's my head at?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want that anymore. Like, I really don't want it. Like, why am I posting me work out? There was a time.
You're just sick for content and likes. It's just like, I may as well do something.
Well, that's the whole, when we get back to that whole performative thing, like my buddy just passed away, and I was like, oh, I should post it. Why am I posting?
Why are you posting?
Why am I posting?
heard that guy, my thoughts go out to his family. Like, that's not, you call a friend and say, oh my God, can you believe it?
Yeah.
Why do you got to go public with that?
It's
Why do you got to invite strangers into this thing? You see people like posting their fucking ring and they're getting engaged. I'm like, why are you including strangers in this deeply personal moment? There's a sickness. There's a sickness in our field.
Yeah, and as you can tell, Ari hates when comedians post that kind of stuff, which is funny because Bert probably does it the most out of all them. And even though he's acting like he has some self-awareness here, of course, he hasn't actually changed at all. Like recently, he dropped his daughter off at college, and then afterwards, he posted a selfie where he's acting like he's having an absolute breakdown, crying about it, which it's really hard to believe he's not being performative here. And even if he isn't, it's still just so weird to try to make this all about yourself and use this personal moment to get likes on Instagram. You know, apparently the first thing he thought when he's having this emotional moment is, I need to take a selfie and post this to social media. You know, like this would be one thing if it were Bert and his daughter, like while he's dropping her off at college, they took a picture together and he uploaded that. That seems a little more normal. But this is Bert literally crying like a baby for attention. And thankfully, people in the comments are goofing on him for it. You know, like somebody said, it's my daughter's big day. How do I make this all about me? And sometimes it's okay to keep your personal moments to yourself. And crying on a private jet is wild. And then, of course, there are also people like Whitney Cummings who are like, oh, this hurts my heart. And Joe Coy, damn Bert, love you, man. And Patton Oswalt, oh, dude, God damn it, I'm so there with you. But I just think it's ridiculous to pretend like this is a normal thing somebody does. I mean, Bert is acting like this is something every parent does after they drop their kid off at college. Like he said, obligatory just dropped my daughter off at college crying pic. And then he also said he did the same thing a couple years ago for his other daughter. And it just seems like he uses these milestones in his kids' lives to make it all about himself, of course, and make content out of it. I mean, this guy uses every opportunity he gets. Like just last year, for his daughter's last first day of school, he made multiple TikToks crying about it.
Leanne and I are emotional. It's our last first day of school. It's our last first day of school picture. We've been doing this for a while, and this is the last first day of school. Oh, it's all the parents. It's all the parents that are getting their kids ready for their first day of school. One day, it's over. One day, it's their last first day of school. And to know that it's over, never again. It was a good run.
It was a good run.
Oh, fuck. Enjoy your first day of school, parents.
Last one.
It's our last one.
So, you know, Bert had to be excited to make another post about dropping his other daughter off at college. You know, just another family moment he can use to make content. And you would think if you're this emotional about it, where you're breaking down crying on Instagram, you would at least take your time writing a nice message about seeing your daughter grow up or something like that. But what he said was pretty basic, and of course he just kind of made it about himself. Like he just said, I'm excited for her, I'm proud of her, I'm going to miss her. Both girls are out of the house now. Thank God I married the woman I did. I'm going to be a mess for a minute. I'm headed to Vegas. Yeah, so he also had to let everybody know that he's going to Vegas in what it looks like is a private jet. So that makes me think these are tears of joy from him. Like, he's heading to Vegas to party, and now also both of his daughters are out of the house, which I think he's probably looking forward to. I mean, it's funny because just a couple months ago on Two Bears, One Cave, he was talking about how Tom Segura is a much better father than him, and he said he's just way more focused on his career than his kids, and he made it sound like his kids are mostly just a distraction to him. And he said if he had to choose between his daughter's kindergarten graduation or making a podcast appearance, he said he'd easily choose the podcast.
And I'm watching all these dads kill it, and I did not kill it. Do you know what? If I had kindergarten graduation and you offered me to be on Bustin' with the Boys,
Yeah.
you know how quick I would have been on that? I would have been like, fuck
I
her.
know.
I was a fuck her.
You wouldn't have said fuck her.
I would have said fuck her. I would have said fuck them.
He would have
would've
said,
left.
sweetheart, I don't know if I can. What do you think I should do?
He would have just said, I got to go to do this thing.
Yeah.
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 You guys kill it, and it fucking frustrates me.
Now,
Thanks.
so you...
Sounds like a compliment, but you're
It is.
upset.
It is. Like, Tom is always like, I got to get home and see my kids.
It's true. He's always like,
They're going to fucking be there forever.
yeah.
Family's a higher priority for Tom. You know what I mean?
Is it though?
So that doesn't really sound like somebody who would have a breakdown crying after they drop their daughter off at college. But of course, this is Bert Kreischer, and he has to do everything for attention. Like, it's just pathetic. And I'd say it about anybody who does something like this. I mean, imagine going on Facebook or Instagram and seeing somebody you personally know make a post like this. I'd be freaked out. I'd be like, what the hell is going on? This person needs to get help. I mean, this is not normal. Of course, Bert tries to act like it is. It's just the obligatory, I dropped my daughter off at school crying pic. Like, it's something everybody does, but I think Bert is probably the only person doing this. And you know he's trying to make the most emotional face possible. And it just makes me think Ari Shaffir was 100% correct.
Why are you including strangers in this deeply personal moment? There's a sickness. There's a sickness in our field.
So I'd like to hear what he has to say about that post from Bert. You know, he's probably disgusted by it. And it's funny he'll say this stuff right to Bert's face. And I'd imagine he's probably not the only comedian that thinks this. But still, Bert just cannot help himself. And also, like Ari said, he's just desperate for content and likes. I mean, also recently he posted this video to Twitter that was hilarious, where he was walking around a Rite Aid and he was acting like it just got looted and everything was stolen because it was mostly empty. But the store was actually just closing. Like, Rite Aid filed for bankruptcy because of some opioid-related lawsuits. So a bunch of their stores are shutting down, and I guess Bert went into one and acted like it just got looted. I mean, I would imagine he probably knew that wasn't really the case, and right away a bunch of people commented telling him it's because they're going bankrupt. And they also put a community note on it, but Bert still left the tweet up because it was doing well for him. You know, it's probably one of his better tweets in a while because a lot of people obviously believed it. Like, the comments are either saying, this is what you voted for, you know, this is what voting for Democrats gets you, or they're like, you know, the store's actually closing, Rite Aid filed for bankruptcy. So let me know if you guys think Bert knew what he was doing with this and he's just trolling for engagement, or if he was confused and didn't realize the store was going out of business, or maybe he's just able to get in on some of that Russian propaganda money.
This is Los Angeles. Everything is gone. Look at this. This is our deodorants, I think. This place is going, I mean, this looks like it's been looted, and I guess thieves just come in and take whatever's expensive and just fucking walk out with it. This is crazy. This is unrecognizable. When I moved to Los Angeles, you'd come into Rite Aid and you'd spend the fucking afternoon looking around. This is so fucking sad.
So poor Bert can't spend his afternoons in Rite Aid anymore. I guess that was a big thing for him. Like, I don't think that picture of him crying was really from dropping his daughter off at school. I think that was actually the moment he realized Rite Aid was closing. I think he was more emotional about that. But let me know what you guys think about it, and then make sure you check out my Patreon account if you want to keep up to date with all the Kill Tony drama and the Drew Nickens situation. That's pretty interesting, and just a ton of other stuff. There are over 90 exclusive videos on there, so if you want extra content, you want to keep up with everything, and you want to help support the channel, make sure you check it out. I'll put a link in the description.